Did you know that people are more likely to become leaders just because they talk more, not because they're smarter? Now imagine someone using that to control what others think. That's exactly how cults and even modern social media can influence people without them realizing it. In this video, we're going to explore how language is used to control ideas, shut down opposing views, and shape the way people think. We'll look at how cults use communication and how similar patterns are now showing up in everyday online spaces. First, let's understand what a cult actually is. The word cult comes from the Latin word cultus, which originally meant things like cultivation, training, or worship. Today, a cult usually refers to a group of people who are extremely devoted to a leader, object, or belief system. Unlike culture, which allows freedom and individuality, cults depend on blind obedience, strict rules, fear and pressure to conform. And one of their most powerful tools is not force, but language. Researchers have studied how leaders emerge in groups. One idea is called the Babel hypothesis. It suggests that people become leaders not because they have the best ideas, but because they speak the most. In a 2020 experiment, groups were asked to solve problems together. Researchers measured how much each person spoke and how good their ideas were. At the end, people voted for leaders. The result? The person who talked the most was most likely to be chosen as leader, more than the smartest or most skilled person. This shows that communication style can be more powerful than actual intelligence. According to linguist Amanda Montell, there are three main language techniques often used in cults. 1. Loaded language. These are words that trigger strong emotions. For example, terrorist, evil, or disgusting. They make people react emotionally instead of thinking carefully. 2. Thought-terminating clichés. These are phrases that stop conversations and critical thinking. Examples include, "It is what it is," "Agree to disagree," "It's out of our hands." These phrases shut down discussion, especially when someone doesn't want to be questioned. 3. Jargon. This is specialized or complicated language used by certain groups. Words like ontological or dichotomy can confuse people or make ideas seem more complex than they really are. All of these techniques can be used to influence people, reduce questioning, and maintain control. What's interesting is that these language patterns are no longer limited to cults. They are now common in everyday life, especially online. Social media allows ideas to spread quickly, and people often repeat phrases without thinking deeply about them. This makes it easier for certain ideas to dominate, even if they are not fully understood. This leads us to something called an echo chamber. An echo chamber is a space where people only see opinions that match their own. Because of this, their beliefs get stronger, and they rarely hear opposing views. This can create several types of bias. Confirmation bias, only believing what supports your views. Selection bias, only seeing certain types of information. Correlation neglect, misunderstanding how information is connected. Online discussions often become shallow, with people repeating the same arguments instead of having meaningful conversations. For example, phrases like, "It's not that deep," are often used to avoid serious discussion, especially on controversial topics.
Yo, bro, why you buy this?
As a friend, I suggesting you adding this to your meal because it help you balance your diet and also it's great for your health. You know.
Really? It's not that deep, bro.
So, what does all of this mean? It means that the way people speak and the words they choose can shape how others think, sometimes without them even realizing it.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.